With all that weighing on his mind, he remained awake, and thus heard the soft scuff of movement at his window. It seemed unlikely an assassin could scale such a height, but he never assumed anything. He silently and quickly positioned himself by the opening, sword ready. When the cloaked figure slipped in, he had the tip of his blade poised, ready to stab, only to pause at a feminine voice. "A week of travel, and this is how you greet me?" He didn't drop his sword, but growled, "Who are you?" "The witch you arrogantly summoned, and I'm in no mood for games. It's been a long trip." "Finally. If you wished a proper greeting, then you should have entered via your main gate. Tried that. Your soldiers were most insistent I return in the morning," was her disgruntled retort. "And instead of listening, you thought it a good idea to climb to my window and almost get yourself impaled." Her lack of intelligence didn't bode well. "Climb?" She snorted. "That's for goats. As for being impaled..." She slapped his blade aside with more strength than he could have expected given the slight form muffled by the cloak. He took a step back but didn't lower his guard. "How do I know you are who you claim?" "Do you have many women appearing in your bedchambers claiming to be witches?" She spread her hands and all the lanterns in the room suddenly illuminated. It startled Kormac, but he didn't let it show. "Nice trick." She made a noise of annoyance. "I told Amelia this was a bad idea. If you don't believe in magic, why summon a witch?" "Because we've tried everything else." An admission he hated to make. Slender fingers reached to tug at the hood, and to his surprise, a youngish woman appeared, slender of features, her auburn hair bound in plaits pinned to her head. Her brilliant blue eyes perused, and her lips pursed. "You don't smell as bad as expected, unlike me after days of travel and a lack of bathing facilities in your godforsaken plains." "Why would I smell bad?" He couldn't help but sound confused. "Don't most people who muck around with horses all day smell of manure?" He snorted. "That would be the stable hands. And there is something called soap to handle the scent." "Good to know your people believe in it. And beds." She glanced past him at the massive frame holding his mattress. "Exactly how primitive do you think the Srathian are?" "Well, you don't believe in magic. You actually kill those who wield it. You rarely leave your kingdom, which is understandable given the location. The few traders who bother to make the trip don't have much positive to say." He snorted. "Because they don't want others infringing on their profit."